Hello everyone, it's Shane Kanto, your Wasteland reviewer, and I'm here to review American Made, starring Tom Cruise, directed by Doug Liman. This is their second collaboration after Edge of Tomorrow, Live, Die, Repeat, blah 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 blah, whatever the hell you want to call it. It was still great. I wish more people saw it, and I wish more people saw this one, because this was actually a really good film, and I saw the trailers, I'm like, this could be just your run-of-the-mill, like, period, like, crime thriller kind of movie, and it really hit on a level that I'm going to compare this to another film, The Infiltrator, that came out last year with Bryan Cranston. I love that film. I really do, and I know some people are like, it's just middle of the road kind of stuff, but I rather enjoyed it quite a bit, and this film hit me in the same way. And Tom Cruise is obviously the star of this film, but let's get started with Doug Liman. He's able to put together a unique way of telling the story through either voiceovers or like old video tapings of Tom Cruise talking about what he did and how fluidly he's able to mix this style together between us just watching a film and us being told some of the details, and how he handled the exposition I thought was done in a craftful, interesting way, and it moves really well. I never once felt bored in this film, and then it is very tonally balanced because there's a lot of charm and fun, but it's also dealing with a lot of serious issues, and you do really feel them when they hit close to home. But the issue is, you're not super connected to any of the characters. Like, Tom Cruise is really charming to watch and enjoy, but do I really care about him or his sister, or especially not her little crap of a brother? And he was one of the, and I'll talk about him more, but he's one of the big drawbacks of this film for me. But you don't really feel super connected to anybody in an emotional way, which leaves you a bit distant, and that works against this film on some level. And then you have Caesar Charlene, who does the actual cinematography of this film, and there's some really unique handling of angles, a lot of Dutch angles, and it makes it not feel like it's just pointing and shooting, and it really gives an interesting and unique way of looking at the events going on in the film. And then, very similar to what I talked about with Battle of the Sexes, all of the cinematography is so retro looking, with everything from the title cards and everything all the way up to the end of the film. It's got that grainy 70s kind of feel, and it really works for this film. And then you have the writer, Gary Spinelli. It's an intriguing story. It really is. It is a bit flabby. They could have trimmed some stuff out of it to make it a little more streamlined. There's a lot of different things going on. The characters are a bit hit or miss. Like, Tom Cruise's character is the main character, is really interesting, and Donald Gleason's handler, I thought he was interesting. And on some level, I thought the wife in this film was kind of interesting, but a lot of the other characters are really flat or really hateable. Like the wife's brother, that character is so, like, ugh, why are you even in here? Because this is a true story and this actually happened. But I thought the dialogue's great, as really snappy, charming dialogue from a lot of the characters, and you really feel it. And it does take a really strong look at the American dream, of what drives people to be successful. And I thought that was really well done in this film. And overall, I thought this was a pretty well written film, if not a little too flabby for my taste for most of it. And then let's look at the acting. Tom Cruise is the star of this film, ridiculously charming. He brings his Tom Cruise big time movie star persona to this film, and he does have some showing of some weakness and stuff like that. And it's interesting because he's not fully aware of it, but the other characters are, and you see him struggle with that. And that, I thought, was the most interesting thing that was brought to his character. And then Donald Gleason and Sarah Wright, who plays his handler, and his wife, I thought they did nice jobs. They stood out quite a bit. And then Caleb Landry Jones, I thought, was just a distraction. I really did not like him in this film as the wife's brother, and if he wasn't a real person, I wish they could have just cut him, but his storyline proves a point, I guess, and you kind of go with it. And looking at the music, which was done by Christoph Beck, I thought the music was really good score. I thought it worked well, but then the great music choices, very similar to Battle of the Sexes. That was interesting. I saw these in the same week. Also great. Really made you feel a part of this time and really felt this film. And I thought the music choices were great. Taking a look at my final thoughts, the it factor of American Made. I thought it was an exciting, stylized ride with the top of his game Tom Cruise at this point as a movie star, and I really enjoyed this one. I'm going to give American Made an A minus.